Hey guys, it's AAG Spitta here, back again for another LEGO Ninjago set review for you guys. Today I will be reviewing set number 70749. Now this is Enter the Serpent and has 529 pieces. Now this is a very cool set, so let's just get right into it. Now on the cover here you can see everything that comes in this set for $59.99 in the US. You can see you get Anaconda Warrior, you get 2 ninja, one of Chen's helpers, as well as Chen himself with the elemental staff. So very cool. On the top here you can see what I just told you guys, all the minifigures. And then if you turn this big huge box around, you get to see all the play features on the back, which we will talk about coming up. So just give you a sneak peek on that. And yeah, you know those minifigures I just showed you on the top of the box? Let's go ahead and look at each one right now. So we will first start off with the most basic minifigure in the set, which is Jay. Now Jay has some new printing for this season of Ninjago, including that new print on his ninja wrap up on the top there. You can see his little symbol. Each of the ninja have a different one of those symbols. And then if I take away his 2 golden daggers that he comes with in his set, you guys can just see those. We've seen these a lot lately. They're very cool, and you actually get an extra one. So in total you get 3 of them, 2 for Jay, and then you can use the other one for whatever you want for your purposes. Now on the back here you can see all his back detail right there. And as for his head printing or his face is exactly the same Jay print that we have gotten in many times before. And there in the front you can see his printing on his front of his torso. So no side arm or side leg printing, which is a little disappointing, but that's okay. Now the next ninja here is the Green Ninja, or Lloyd. Now he comes with a few accessories. I'll get to those before we actually get to his prints. You get a little torch, so you can go around in the sort of like a dungeon or Chen's lair and find what he's trying to find is the other piece of the map. So here, and actually it's very interesting to note that this map actually shows play features of this set. So like here the snake dropping the balls, which you'll see being a spider web under there and arrows coming out right here. So a little different whenever it comes to the set, but I will show you that actually it is pretty accurate. So that is pretty cool. Now as for Lloyd's printing, you can see he has a different printing on his ninja wrap, as I was saying, all the ninjas do, as well as different printing on his torso and legs. Now on the back he does have one of those sword carriers, so that is pretty cool. And if we do take that off, just got to take off his head. Head is the exact same as we've gotten. They don't ever change the ninja heads, which I think is okay. He has actually the similar back printing to Jay right there. You can just see there's just a little bit different printing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Lloyd. Next up here is Zugu. Now Zugu is one of, I guess you could say, Chen's evil henchmen or followers that go around and guard his castle and that sort of thing. Now he does come with a crossbow, so he's going to be sniping the ninja from up on his little tower that's in the set. So that is pretty interesting. His crossbow is a nice brown color. So yeah, pretty cool that we got a brown one instead of what we usually get is like a gray or like a silver gray. So that is pretty cool. You can see his printing there, and he does have one of these caps that all of the henchmen or followers of Chen have. You can see that right there. There's also a couple of those on the set. There you can see his head printing, and if you take off his head, you can get to his armor, which is actually very cool. I like that it isn't symmetrical. You've got 2 spikes over here and 1 over here. And then on the other side you have, I guess, kind of like a spine going down, which is actually very, very cool. Now as for this color right here, this is like a orange, dark red sort of color, so that is pretty interesting. Now here you can see all the printing on his torso, if you guys want to see that any further, as well as his back printing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Zugu. Now next up is Master Chen. Now Master Chen, or Chen, is a very cool minifigure. Really like how much time they probably put into designing this guy, as well as his staff. It's very cool. You can see he's got one of those helmet pieces here that Zugu was wearing on top of a transparent red piece right here, and that just fits on nice right there. Now this is a sticker right here, so that's a little bit disappointing that that has to be a sticker, especially on a minifigure accessory. We don't usually like getting that, but you can see how huge this is. It's very, very big, but just like in the movie, it really does look like what's in the TV show, and it looks just very cool. Now, Master Chen himself has some very nice detailing on him. You can see that he has the big headdress here that has the anaconda snake going across it. So that is very cool. Really liking this headpiece right here. It looks very cool. Now, you can see his face printing there, and he does have one of these new capes, which is like a heavier cape sort of cloak. So if we can take off his head here, we can take off the cape. Now, the cape is just a plain black cape that we've seen many times before, but like I said, they're starting to use a different fabric for it, so it doesn't wear out as fast, which is pretty cool. You can see his torso printing and leg printing, as well as a little bit of back printing, which is the exact same sticker that is on his staff, so that's pretty cool. Of course, that's not a sticker, but that's printed. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Chen. Now, lastly, the last minifigure in the set is Kapow Rai. At least that's what I believe that you pronounce his name as. It's a very funky name, but you know, he is one of the Anaconda warriors. Now, I'm not going to tell you what this guy's storyline in the movie is. I have seen what they are and what happens and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to say it because otherwise I'm going to, you know, spoil some of your guys' fun times with watching the videos. I think they're very, very cool. But he does hold this anaconda staff right here, or anaconda sword. Very cool swords. You get an extra one of these in this set. And I think that's just super awesome. I really, really like these swords. They're just like really cool. I love the mold of them. Now, as of this one, as of he has an anaconda warrior. Now you can see that one of his arms is more of the reddish color, but he's got wonderful printing on his torso and his snake tail right there. Now he has no armor or anything on, but you can see his head printing right here. He reminds me a lot of Pythor, you know, because they are both from the Anaconda tribe, so they are purple. And yeah, you can see the back printing right there. Now as for the tails, it's just like the Serpentine that we've seen many, many times before. Same mold, all that sort of stuff. It's that like rubbery plastic. And yes, that is basically it for Kapow Rai. So now let's go ahead and take a look at actually what you get in this set. So here is all that you get to build in this set. Sadly, it is only the actual Serpent temple, but that is okay because it makes up for it so much. It is a wonderful build, very fun. And yeah, it's just completely finished. No like spots that it looks like Lego like left out some type of, you know, design or anything. It all just looks super finished. It all just looks super great from the bottom to the top. It's just wonderful. Now here is the sticker sheet that you do get. You do get a couple stickers that go here and there. Like I said, this was the one that went on Chen's staff. Not really happy about that. But for me, stickers are okay. I don't really mind them. I do know some of my friends just absolutely do not like them at all. But, you know, everybody's opinions. And, yeah, now let's go ahead and dive deeper into this set and the Serpent Temple and show you a little bit more and make you pretty excited to go out and get this set for you guys yourself. Okay guys, so obviously we do have to start off on the left-hand side of this build. Now this is the first thing you end up making. I'm going to go up here so we can see the top of this and take off this little drawbridge just for now, just so we can get a better look at this. Now this is the first thing that you build. This is basically just like a prison cell sort of piece. You can see up here on the top that you've got two swords coming out of either side with some details coming up here. Other than that, nothing really going on up here, except that this very nice contrast between the tan right here and the purple looks very, very nice. And that's just throughout the set, using wonderful pieces with the purple. The tan and the purple just goes wonderful together in my opinion. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for up there. Other than that little balcony up there, which isn't really that wide, you can just see right there. And you can just, it shows Zugu up here, up on the cover, so if you guys do want to put him up there, you know, watching out for the temple, and yeah, watching out for Master Chen. Now, coming down, this is basically the prison cell part. Now, this is basically you basically all just locked up. But before you do that, the first thing that you notice, right, are these pillars. These pillars are very nicely built. You can see it's made out of those cylinder pieces here with the ridges. It looks very, very nice. And yeah, you can see on the inside there that they're using one of these castle windows just for a back, so it's not completely dark in there. And yeah, they use these bones, so you can take these off, as well as a very, very nice piece right here. Very, very nice print right there. This is a printed piece that we have seen quite a few times before, but you do get an extra one of those, so that's pretty cool. The bone doors, or bone, whatever you want to call them, open up, and you can put any sort of minifigure in there who's going to be captured. In this case, Jay is going to be the unlucky one here, and you just close it on him, and he is trapped. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this little build over here on the side. And so, like I was saying, there is a bridge coming off of this little build over here that does go onto the actual Serpent temple. Now, I'm just going to back up the camera right here so you can see exactly how it connects. You can see it's actually very small compared to what it looks like on the actual box cover. And you can see it is connected with this piece right here. It actually just like goes right into the hole in that piece right there. And it connects like that. So basically that's about it for this. You can see that these are actually a bunch of different builds that you put together that are actually made completely the same, and they're connected by bones, you can see in there. So that's some pretty nice detailing in there, and then these can all move around. They've got a lot of posability, and yeah, so it's a pretty cool bridge. I really like the design. There's a bottom view if you'd like, and basically it just attaches over here on this, on the one side, and then like I said, just went over, goes into the hole on the other side. Now with all that little, I guess little knickknacks and stuff like that out of the way, we can actually go ahead and take a look at the actual temple here. And it is much more interesting than what I had just showed you, so make sure you guys stick around for the whole entire thing. So basically up here, you see the big snake head, or whatever it's supposed to be. You've got a big head up here, assuming it's going to be the snake because it is Enter the Serpent. You can see it does some very, very nice detail. You can see the eye in there, and it is completely symmetrical. So if you go around to the other side, which is just over here, it is exactly the same. And inside there, you can actually see one of the play features. Back here, just some little bit of fire, as well as the little bit of like a scales or whatever can come up like this. You can position them all around like that, and yeah, just go down like that. But basically, the main play feature here is you see these big teeth in between here. You've got a little lever, and whenever you push this down, he opens up his mouth, and he drops those two green ball pieces here. So yeah, here's just a look at those. You don't get an extra one, but you do get two of them. And then if you want to reload it, just simply push it back up and put it in through his top of his head, and then it's loaded, and you can do it again and do all sorts of fun stuff like that. So basically the feature here is if you have a ninja who's walking down here on the ground, basically whenever he does start coming, you drop it, and the, I guess you could say venom balls or venom spitballs, whatever you guys want to call them, drop down and either, you know, like poison them or do whatever the heck you want them to do. I mean, it's really up to you. Now, since we're down here, we might as well take a look at another play feature, as well as all the good detailing on the stairs. So if you see here on the stairs, they use a lot of these brick pieces that are very, very nice in that darker tan color. So I really like the use of the contrast of the darker tan with the lighter tan, which you see up there, as well as a little bit of plant and vegetation on the sides here, which looks very nice. And then you've got these very suspicious looking, I guess, little, almost looks like a stud that's jutting out over here, a transparent red stud, except that these are shooters. So basically, this time we're going to pick on Lloyd because, you know, I mean, Jay's already in the prison cell. Basically, you have Lloyd coming up like this, and you see these up here. Now, these are just a little bit decorations. They're supposed to look like they're just little, like, statues with these little headdress pieces on it. Like I said in the minifigures, whenever I was talking about the minifigures, and they do use these pieces that were on Chen's staff, as well as Zugu. Basically, you just press this down, and then you will see this right here shoot out. So you do this, and boom, it shoots out. Now, I didn't have them super far away, so it didn't shoot very far. It just stuck in there. But if you do want to see that, here we go. And it shoots out super fast. It went so fast, my camera didn't even hardly even catch that. So yeah, very powerful. I advise not even like pretending to shoot it at anybody, because it's gonna hurt. I mean, like, these things go really, really fast. It's actually very nice you get an extra one because of how far these go. So yeah, very, very cool. Now to take a look at the whole build of itself, in the front, just going to go through a couple details and we'll go ahead and hit all the play features and all sorts of stuff in the back. So basically, we've talked about 2 play features already. We've got the big spitting head over here that drops the spitballs or whatever you want to call them, as well with the fangs. And then we also talked about these shooters down here, that whenever you press down these things right here, it'll shoot out like that. So now I really want to talk about exactly how nicely built this is. I mean, if you look at it from the front, it looks complete. It's wonderful. You can see you've got a little bit of vegetation coming out of the sides here. By the way, it's pretty much symmetrical on both sides. It just matters on what's on the inside, which I'll show you in a little bit whenever I show you guys the back. And so yeah, whenever you come down here, you've got these really huge purple pieces that really add to the design. I love whenever the purple just pops. It looks very nice, as well as a little bit more vegetation on the sides here with this big plant over here, or big leaf, as well as a couple vines or vegetation climbing the temple. So, like I said, it's pretty much the same on the other side. You can see a spider web throughout the other side, as well as a weapon rack and those very nice pillars. And as we work our way up and over, like I was showing you guys before, you've got the fire stacks coming out. So it looks like the snake has some fire coming out of them. And yeah, it's very cool. You've got some very nice detailing on the sides of both of the temple sides. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the front. Now you can also see this very nice gong in there, which is very cool. Now you can push this back, except it doesn't really come forward, so that's a little bit disappointing, but that is a printed piece. So that is a very, very nice. I really like that they were using that piece for some of the other things, like the Anaconda Crusher set. And yeah, so pretty cool, very nicely built, very beautiful, or not beautiful, but it flows well. It's finished, it's wonderful. You know, it all just ties together, and all the colors are very nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the back, where you'll see many more play features, more details, and maybe more that you want to see if you're not already impressed. Here you guys go, the back. It's got a ton of things to go, so let's go ahead and take a look at this side first. Now over here you can see one of the stickers. There's actually the exact same sticker on the other side, as well as a little weapon rack. So you can take this out, turn it around, and you have 3 different weapons. You've got sort of like a claw weapon here. You've got one of these swords that we saw on the mini tower at the very beginning, as well as one of these like spike hammer thingies. So it's pretty cool. It's just a little weapon stand. It adds a lot of detail, especially from the front, as you guys probably saw whenever we were taking a look at the front. And yeah, so basically, you also come down here, and you've got a gray spider web, so this is pretty cool. Always like getting spider web pieces. They always look very cool. And inside here, you've actually got a little stump that has, let's see if I can get it out, there we go. You got a little stump that has the other part of the map on it. So there you guys go. You can see that you've got some more of the map. So if you put them both together like this, the map actually goes together. And see how I was telling you guys that the map is actually pretty accurate? There's the spider web that's right there. And actually, it's talking about the arrows or the firing missiles that come out of the bottom right there. As well as whenever you come up, you need to be careful of the spitting snake that drops the spitballs. So very cool. I really like how accurate it is. They didn't just use like a treasure map or whatever that they used, you know, for pirate sets or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That just pretty much just goes and sits right in here, and then the spider web goes right over it. So that's basically what the ninja are trying to get in this set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other side. So the other side, first thing you see, obviously a treasure chest. Always like getting treasure chests. Now this is just a plain brown ones that we've seen a lot. Now sadly, the treasure on the inside, whenever I dump it out, is not that good. You basically only get 2 cylinder pieces, transparent green and transparent blue piece. So that's a little bit disappointing that you don't get anything else really cool or anything, like you don't get any jewels or anything. But, you know, it's okay. I don't really mind, because you do get a lot of those usually. Now over here you've got another sticker, And whenever we come down, you can see just sort of like a game sort of thing. It reminded me of chess the first time whenever I was building it because of the two different colors, except that the playing pieces are like a bright green color and then a purple. So that's just kind of like a game board if they want to be playing a game. I don't know, maybe Chen likes playing games. And then a little torch by it. Obviously you need some light because it looks very dark down there. And then over here is another sneak peek of the last feature that I'll be showing you right now. Have you guessed what the last play feature is? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but anyways, we'll have Jay coming up here. Imagine he's walking up the stairs, right? And as you can see in here, there's actually a color change in the floor. That's actually a gray trap door. So basically, if you have Jay who's like standing right here on it, and you come over here and you see this little peg that's right here, you basically just pull that out, and this whole thing is just going to absolutely collapse. Now, you'll see one little problem with it whenever I do this, is that whenever you'd have him actually attached to the stud, he gets stuck, and he can just, climb out, because he is a ninja, and he has some abilities. But if he does fall through, let's just say he's not exactly standing on there. I guess we could have him like sitting or something. I don't really mind. Like that. I don't really know why he'd be sitting. But there you go. He just fell to his death, and in there is a brightly colored rattlesnake. You can see the rattle at the end there. We got a couple of these during like Pharaoh's Quest and that sort of thing. As well as a whole bunch of spikes where he probably did not make it. So yeah. Too bad for Jay. Coolly enough, you get an extra snake right here, so you do get 2 of them in this set. So that is a pretty cool bonus. And last but not least, I did want to show you the back of here, because I did not get you guys a really good view of this. Now these are stickers, just the back of the snake's head. Now these can bend all over the place, but they show to have it like this. And you also, this is actually pretty interesting up here. Even though it's very, very plain, it's a perfect spot for either Chen or Zugu right here, just to stand and watch over the tower. Works very nicely. You can also see the flames back here, and it all just flows very nicely. And yeah, you can see the back of the gong right there. And yeah, so that's basically it for Enter the Serpent. So now let's go ahead and take a look, and I will tell you guys my thoughts on this set. And so there you have it. Everything you get in set number 70749, Enter the Serpent. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review of Enter the Serpent. I know it's been very fun for me to make. And yeah, overall, my thoughts on this set, it's actually a very, very nice set, if you guys have not already concluded that from your thoughts and opinions already. In my opinion, for $60, $59.99, it's actually a very good deal, even though you are getting, it is a little bit over 10 cents per piece, since it is 529 pieces, but I think it makes up for it. I mean, you've got the big snake tail, you've got all these different molded pieces, you've got these big purple pieces right here, as well as like the spider web, and all that sort of pieces that take a lot of plastic and molding to make. Therefore, it is a pretty good deal. We also got some printed pieces, as well as some stickers, which is okay. I don't really mind. And overall, it just flows very nicely. I really like the color combinations in here. It was thought out wonderfully. The Lego designer must be very proud of himself who made this. And yeah, the play features are great. I think anybody would love this set. I mean, it's great for playing, it's great for displaying, it's great for pretty much everything. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this review. I'm AAG Spitta. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys would like to never miss a video or any of the action that I post. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys check out my other LEGO reviews if you've enjoyed this one. I've done a couple more Ninjago reviews if you love Ninjago. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm AAG Spitta. So long.